Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house the drinks needed stirring, so we yelled for a spouse. The spirals were sung by the bar with great care, in hopes that our friends would all soon be there. The giggles flowed out loud, straight out of our heads, while our sanity hung by the tiniest of threads. The excitement was growing like the film on the jelly as Santa yelled, "Ho, ho, ho's!" from the depths of his belly. So now let us say with all of our might, Merry Christmas to our sippers. Now let's have a night.
What's up, sippers? Welcome back. I hope your drinks are cheery because we're about to get sipping and spiraling. What's up, Wendy?
Merry Christmas, Sarah. How are you?
I am cheerful.
Same. Festive AF around here.
That is for sure. What are you sipping on today? Or shall I guess?
Well, you're going to be wrong because it's festive and it's a special occasion for the holidays. I got myself a little Prosecco, a little bubbly to set the mood of a special edition of Sip and Spiral. What are you sipping on?
I love that you're sipping on white wine. I'm also keeping it mysterious because it's the holidays. So I've got my Santa mug holding a surfboard, might have a little dirt on it from storage, but but my drink is concealed, so I'm not so predictable.
Haley Kamiki Maka is the place to say. Is that how it goes?
I don't think Haley has anything to do with it,
Premium
but
zipper.
yeah,
Hey. Mm-hmm.
melee.
Yeah, I got my champs. Got my
It's
champs.
melee
I'm ready to sip.
kalikimaka.
Melee. Melee Haley Kamiki Maka.
Haley is not
I
involved.
Haley, do you like that song? I have had one sip of champs and bubbly, and here we go.
Here we go.
This is our special edition Merry Christmas, everybody. Released during Christmas week. We hope all our sippers are enjoying their Christmas week or the start of their Christmas week. And today's going to be all about the holiday. Let's get right down into it.
Let's get into it.
I have been listening to Christmas music. I don't believe Christmas music only exists during a set period of time, but I do hold off until around September, October before I start like peppering in a little Christmas song like music. And then once Halloween is over, it's like Christmas music at all times in my car, in my house, while I'm showering. I have a bajillion Christmas playlists and I love Christmas music so, so much.
I do too. I do have a set time that I listen to Christmas music, and I wait until after Thanksgiving, and then I play it nonstop. But unfortunately, like this year, I did not start listening to it right away. And then I was like thinking back, like, hey, I'm missing some cheery jolly in my life. And I was like, I haven't been listening to my Christmas music. So I've I have been reading more, and so that's what I've been spending time. So it's a fair trade, but I'm a little bummed, but I'm back on it.
Yeah,
Good Christmas music, love it. I would
I
have
love
it
it so
playing in the
much.
background if it didn't mess up our audio.
Yeah, agreed. I actually thought about playing it in the background and I was like, well, I guess we are actually recording a podcast. So maybe that's not the best. And we don't have copyright access to the songs. So probably don't
That's
want to
true.
get sued. It would just continue to cost us money. But in the theme of Christmas music, I think it's interesting people's take on Christmas music of like what are their favorite Christmas songs because there's so many genres. There's classic Christmas carols, there's like religious or spiritual Christmas. There's old pop Christmas songs or popular music. There's new pop. There's country Christmas. I feel like if you go on Apple or Spotify, there is just a bajillion Christmas playlists that you can get. So what I wanted to do was do some research on what the most popular Christmas songs are. So I did a lot of research. I am a scientist when it comes to Christmas music. And I went out and asked these streets what the most popular Christmas songs are. And by streets, I mean ChatGPT. So this is an unofficial list. This is not ranked in any sort of actual research. So I'll take my glasses off.
I thought you were gonna say
So
you reached out to the streets and it was Giselle Bryant.
Giselle, what's your favorite song? Number one or most biggest Christmas staple song, which I 1000% agree with, is All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Eh, there
Mariah
is
Queen.
no greater song than that, and I love the female empowerment that comes with that song. When that song starts jingling and you're out in public, the men run for cover because it is like females unite and let's get it. The world is
That
ours.
that song is for the girls and the girls
Yes.
only
I
from our
used to
queen.
yes. I used to think that there was no greater song to pull women together than Shania Twain's,
Ooh, feel
yeah,
like a
"Feel Like a
woman.
Woman," because, I mean, I could kick down a door when that song comes on, and sometimes I try to. But, man,
Mhm.
when Queen Mariah comes out, it's time, and she is not lying. That there is no
It's the
greater
best.
Christmas song.
No greater. Also, I love, obviously, Mariah Carey. I love every rendition of it. I love when other people cover it. I love in Love Actually, the movie, when the little girl's singing at the concert. Like, I love that song so much. So I agree. ChatGPT crushed it. Maybe it
Crushed it.
knows its audience with us because
I
that's it.
love it.
Also on the list of like quote unquote Christmas staples. So not genre specific, but just like Christmas staples. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree,
Classic. I like
classic.
it.
Jingle Bell Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah, 'cause of Mean Girls.
Yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Mhm.
White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Oh, I love it.
Yes. That is a
It
classic. I
just
do
that's
like to
like a
listen.
nostalgic warm hug song.
Yeah, some of the, like, classic Christmas songs, I love them, but I like them situationally. I don't wanna listen to them all the
Yes.
time, but, I kinda like having them on around the house when we're kind of doing other
Yeah.
things and whatnot, so that's those are great. I agree with ChatGPT.
Yeah. The other ones on that list to round it out was Let It Snow, which in Florida doesn't quite hit the same. And then the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire,
Yeah.
Jack Frost Nipping at Your Nose, which I actually think is probably one of my top 5. I love that song. It
Yeah.
just, again, it feels like a warm hug. Um, Here's some other list, and then I would love to know what, if any of your favorites are left off this list.
Yes.
They gave it gave me a cozy and nostalgic list, like Hallmark movie energy.
Okay.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas, but specifically the Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra one. Oh, it's so good.
So good. I agree.
Silver Bells, Silver Bells, Oh Holy Night, the most wonderful time of the year. And then just a classic heartbreaking song, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Oh,
Yeah.
right? Dagger to the heart.
Dagger to the heart.
What the best part about AI, which is why it'll take over the world, it knows Sip and Spiral, and so it gave me a Sip and Spiral approved list.
I'll be the judge.
It will be the judge. Santa Baby,
Which version?
It actually gave the original version, but as a member of Sip and Spiral, I think the Madonna version is one that I
Mhm.
would say. What version for you?
Ariana Grande.
There is an Ariana Grande song on here, and it's Santa Tell Me.
Oh, disregard my last statement. That's
Yeah.
the Ariana Grande song I was thinking of.
That is on the list for Sip and Spiral.
I 100% agree.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Top fiver. I wasn't even that big of an NSYNC like fan in top
I
fiver.
was.
Last Christmas by Wham, which I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. I think that's on the list because of me, because I love the Beatles, but I love that song. It makes me want to bop. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. And then Under the Tree by Kelly Clarkson's on the list.
I mean, ChatGPT stole my whole list. Literally, if you could look at the lists that I have, this is the order I have it. Obviously, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. The one that they did
Mhm.
miss is the 98 Degrees Christmas album. It is amazing.
Is it a banger? I don't know if I've ever heard it.
Multiple bangers on it. It's incredible. I
Mhm.
love the 98 Degrees Christmas album. So that was what I had number 2. Number 3
Mhm.
was Ariana Grande, Tell Me Santa, Kelly Clarkson,
Mhm.
Underneath the Tree, Wham! Last Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC, and Oh Holy Night. That is my full list.
Yeah, say yes. Wonderful Christmas Time would be on my list is the only difference. Oh Holy Night is my favorite Christmas carol. Like in a church Christmas carol. I love that. I actually really love gospels at Christmas. I love to pull out the hymnal and sing all the Christmas songs.
If I'm being totally honest, and I don't care who this makes mad, I go to Christmas service to hear Oh Holy Night. That's the reason I go.
I know. I know. Oh Holy Night. Do you hear what I hear by Whitney Houston?
Mm.
Do you hear what
I
I
there's all
hear?
of these, like, Christmas songs that I really like, but if I have to put together a list, these are the ones that I
Mhm.
have to have or my whole day season is ruined.
Yeah. There is one Christmas song I hate more than anything in the world, though. One. One specific one. I hate it and have hated it since I was a kid. Hate it.
Is it Christmas Shoes?
No, I don't love that one, but I don't hate that one. Grandma got ran over by the reindeer.
Oh,
I
yes.
hate that song.
It's hard for me
It's
to
such
hate a Christmas song, but that song, I'm
I
like,
hate it.
"Really?"
Why?
Yeah, it's not a fan favorite in my house.
Not a fan favorite. That was the last song on the Sip and Spiral list AI gave me. I'm like, "You totally you nailed it, and then you went downhill real fast, and that's why we'll keep our jobs."
You have lost credibility with us.
Christmas music's just the best.
It
Just the best.
is.
Do you know what else I love about the holidays?
What's that?
This is gonna shock you. Wine, duh. Champs, yes. The food. I love the holidays are for snacking, we've already talked about it, but, like, the holiday meals or, like, the versions of what a holiday meal looks like in different houses, I love it so much. What is your, like, traditional family meal or, like, food situation for your Christmases or Christmas?
We always have a ham and
Mhm,
a pork roast,
mhm.
or pork not a like a pork tenderloin. So we always
Yeah,
do that, and then we have, like, all the sides. There's a mac and cheese, which I
yeah.
always go for, but some sort of, like, potato dish, obviously mashed potatoes, but
Mhm.
it's, like, all the same comfort foods that you would think of. So it's not specific to Christmas. It's like anytime our family gets together, these are the, like, big dishes that we have, but it's just a plentiful of things.
Yeah. Same. Ham, like, it's always a ham at Christmas. So we
Mhm.
always there's always a ham at Christmas. And I feel bad for the people who have to go to multiple and it's just ham. Like, that's a lot of ham, but I love you have a ham. Yeah, potato dish. We do, like, cheesy potatoes just because, like, it's so busy. And then we do a ton of appetizers, like veggie tray, cheese, like, a lot of snacks and dips. We don't have a sit-down meal. It's like we just put the food on the table. Now, when we were kids, we had a full sit-down dinner with, like, a ham and all the sides. And you had to sit down and eat your whole meal before we could open gifts at my grandma's. It was the worst. But, like, proper meal. Prime rib is another one that's really big. That's what Drew and I do. Like, we do our own little Christmas at some pocket of the holidays where we open our gifts, just the 2 of us, and we do a prime rib. So I think that's another, like, super traditional one. But just nothing screams the holidays like a ham, sliced ham, just, like, throwing it on some rolls and going.
I love a ham at Christmas, but I think mainly I like it because of the leftovers. I love making, like, ham and
Mhm.
potato soup afterwards. I love making, like, a broth with, like, the ham bone. Um, my husband likes, thick ham on, like, sandwiches or, like, the dinner rolls, like you were saying, um,
Uh-huh.
leftovers, but the ham at Christmas is just can't wait to make something afterwards. That's what I love the most.
Yes.
We do a ton of
Yeah.
appetizers too because there's quite a few people that get together, and I think it's just, like, all this food is set out to snack on while, like, my mom is getting all the main food together.
And then, like, at every Christmas I feel like Christmas more than Thanksgiving or holidays, there are as many sweets as, like, regular meal food because there are cookies, there's a pie, there's, uh oh, what's it called when you, like, roll it with icing? A log? You know what I'm talking about? It's like chocolate
Like
cake and or, like,
like a pumpkin roll.
pumpkin roll. But then the, like, chocolate, like, there's all kinds.
Well,
But there's always
the
just a
little
ton of
ones are, like Swiss cake rolls, so I imagine that's kind of like the
yeah,
same idea.
yeah. Yeah, chocolate covered pretzels. We
Mhm.
always have like, there's always a lot of nuts around, like bowls of nuts or nut tins, popcorn, that kind of stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Um, but it got me thinking on the most controversial holiday dishes.
Is this Wendy talking or is ChatGPT coming back?
This is Chat GPT because I also have Christmas foods I hate, and a lot of them are on here.
Mm,
Hate.
okay.
Number one, and I do believe this is controversial, green bean casserole. We already
I'm
talked
in.
about it in our Thanksgiving.
I
You're
love it.
in. No, thank you. Mm-mm. No.
I love it.
I don't want
You
green beans to be creamy.
oh,
Yeah.
I don't care. I love them all.
Yeah, no. I'm not. I'm not a fan. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallows specifically.
Yes.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've talked
Hard
about
pass
how
for
I
me.
like the sweet potatoes, but I wouldn't say that, like, I have to have it with the marshmallows, but it doesn't bother me. But that's just not how we make them.
Wanna see it. Fruit cake.
I don't eat it, but I think it looks pretty. I feel like
I
I treat fruitcake like it's a garnish to a dish.
I I think it's really now I have not eaten a lot of fruit cake in my life. I've only had it, like, twice. I like I like cake. And I like fruit, dried fruit. So, I think it gets very dry really easily. Like, I feel like it's so dry and can get so hard, but if done right, I can get down on it.
I don't dislike it, but it's not something that I, like, go for.
How do you think it got such a bad rap? Because like, everyone makes fun of it. How did that even happen? What did it do to somebody?
I think it's easy to mess up. but I think
Like,
it
just by
is
being dry?
yeah, I think it's a very
Yeah.
traditional like, food, and when we're talking about, like, preserving all of these like, when canning and preserving foods was, like, a big deal, and people had, like, cellars or whatever, and they're before they were wine cellars, they were food cellars. But, I
How do you
think
know it was before? It could've been at the same time.
coulda been. I think it's easy to mess up, but I think it's such, like it became such a traditional thing that everyone wanted to do it, but people would mess it up, and so it was just like this hard brick.
I mean, it must have been toxic to somebody at one point because it gets the worst rap, but I can get here. I listen, stay toxic, friends.
Stay toxic.
I'm not a I'm not against a fruitcake. Cranberry sauce, I feel like we talked about this on the Thanksgiving episode. I like cranberry sauce. I don't have to have it, but if it's there, like, I'll dollop a little bit on there, that's fine. The next one is my least favorite Christmas food, oysters.
That's a Christmas food?
Every Christmas Eve at my grandma's house, they would do fried oysters, and us kids, she would have us help batter them, like, roll them in the batter to fry them. And it was like, as a kid, it was just like snot. It was like
As an
taking a
adult,
ball of
it's not.
snot. I know, that's still to this day why I don't love oysters. Yeah.
Okay, was your grandmother Catholic? Or not Catholic, was she
No.
Italian?
No. Nope.
Because I know, like, on Christmas Eve, like, Italians do like
Like the 7 fishes.
yeah, the 7 fishes, and so I could see that being, brought into it, but, like, I
Yeah.
have never thought about an oyster on Christmas, and I have never thought, "Oh, like, you know what would make this better?" That like, I would never think that. I mean, I feel like a oyster would ruin the whole party. It'd be like going to the seafood buffet and getting sick.
Yeah.
That's what I would think would happen.
Yeah, and, like, I can understand if it's, like, really nice oysters and they're, like, in the half shell and it's, like, a presentation and it's, like, a fancy, like, cocktail party, yeah, that's fine. But no, that's not what happened in the Edgar household. We were not fancy folk. We were in rural BFE nowhere, and we were out here slinging oysters in the deep fryer, and it was the grossest thing, and I hated it. Hated it. I hate oysters at Christmas especially. Ruins my whole ruin. No, bye.
No, thank you.
This is my second one that I was gonna talk about. I hate this so much, and I don't know why. Ambrosia salad.
I love it.
I
I
don't know why. I It's Cool Whip and fruit and
Jello.
marshmallows. That's it.
Yeah,
And Jello. Oh, maybe that's why, because I don't like Jello. Yeah.
but it's not, the Jello doesn't, like, solidify. It's just a flavoring.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
ambrosia salad. I make it in the summer, I always make it. I'm I think it's because it is guilt-free for me to eat.
Yeah.
I love ambrosia salad, so I totally disagree with that.
And then the final one kinda goes with it is Jello salads. Don't come at me with a Jello salad. No.
No,
Put liquor in it and hand it to me in a cup? Maybe. Put it on a plate, like, to put on my plate and eat? No. No, thank you.
it comes out of the bump pan, it's got cat food in it. No, thank you.
Everyone makes their Jello salads with cat food.
Yeah,
That's what I
you know
think.
what movie that's from?
Mm-mm.
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, again, I don't know if you know this about me. I've still, to this day, never seen that movie. I know. And at this point, it's kind of a point of pride because everyone just, like, gets really angry when I say I haven't seen it because I do love Christmas movies. No, I just don't wanna watch it now. It's a point of
Mm.
pride. I don't wanna be in
I'm
on the
not mad
joke.
about you, I'm just, like, concerned about your well-being.
Well, that's the least of my concerns. You should just always be concerned for my well-being.
Are you
Um,
okay?
my phone connection is not the only thing unstable. I Not on the list, but I would say my number 1 least favorite holiday food is deviled eggs. Get out of here.
I am not a big deviled egg fan. I like hard-boiled eggs, but because I don't like pickles or olives, a lot of deviled eggs are made with, like, a pickle juice, and I can't do it. But my cousin, was over for Thanksgiving, and she wore a shirt that said, "You know why I'm here," or something along those lines. It had 3 deviled eggs on it, and I'm like, "Literally, you show up for the deviled eggs," and I'm like, "That
Mhm.
th I don't even pay them any attention." The deviled eggs, not my cousin. But, I don't even, like, look t it's not even like, "Oh, man, I ran out of room, like, I didn't get a deviled eggs." I'm like, "I'm moving on."
Yeah, no. My husband loves them. No, thank you. We were out to eat a couple weeks ago at a nice seafood place, and they have deviled eggs with caviar on top of it, and he loves them. And I'm like, "Give me a little bite of the caviar, but that's it.
Mm.
Keep the egg to yourself." Are there any Christmas or holiday foods you hate?
Um, it's not really a food, but it's a very holiday thing, like, I don't understand eggnog.
Oh, no, me neither. Gross.
And maybe, like, when I had it, I didn't have a good kind, but, like, I just don't get it, and I feel like there are other, like, festive drinks, like, are you drinking it because it tastes good, or are you drinking it because it's, like, it's a festive holiday thing?
What's in eggnog?
Egg and nog and rum.
Half
I
egg, half
honestly don't
nog.
know.
Or hold on, let me do my research.
I'm gonna do some too.
I'm looking at
What is in
what
eggnog?
is I actually feel like a two-year-old that I say I don't like it when I don't even know what's in it. I have tried it and I don't like it. What is an eggnog? It is egg yolks, gross. Sugar, milk, heavy cream, nutmeg, vanilla. And you can do bourbon or rum.
Or brandy? Um,
Gross. Or brandy.
well, you
Gross.
don't like eggs, so that's why. But, like, all the things that are in
Yeah.
it, I enjoy. But I think it's, like, the
Is it the texture?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like, I think it's, like, the thickness, it's almost like it's not as thick as a milkshake, but it's as if your thick milkshake melted.
Gross. It's gross. No
Yeah,
thanks.
I don't get it. Uh, maybe I just when I had it, I didn't have a good kind. I don't knock anybody for doing it because it's like, I love a festive drink. I went out with a
Live
friend
your
once,
life.
and she's like, "I don't care where we go, I just want a festive drink," and I'm here for that, but eggnog is not the festive drink for me.
Live your life and drink it in a concealed Santa mug because I don't wanna see it. Kinda grosses me out. What was your favorite gift or toy that you got at Christmas as a kid? What little baby Sarah bopping around, making everyone laugh. She opens this gift and she's like, "This is the one." What gift was that for you?
Okay, I have a couple, but I
Mhm.
think that ultimately the best gift a kid will ever get is their very first bike. I just like I just think that has to be the best gift. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I just think, like, that is just, like, so cool because then I remember driving, like, when we would go to my grandmother's house on Christmas Day, like, I vividly remember driving through neighborhoods where kids were out riding their bikes, and I'm like, "I bet you got that for Christmas,"
Aw.
and you're like, "I don't care, I'm out here riding it. It's freezing, it's snowing, but
Yeah.
I got a bike." I think
Yeah.
that has to be the greatest gift.
It's a good one. It's definitely
Um
a good one.
And then growing up, there were, like, 2 things that I remember. I remember getting, like, a Cabbage Patch, which I loved, and I don't know why I wanted this so bad, but 100 years ago when I was a child, there was a cartoon called Bananas in Pajamas, and I wanted a banana and pajama stuffed animal, and I got one year, and it was, like, the best thing. I
That's
loved
awesome.
it. But
That's
those are,
awesome.
like, the 3 things that I remember, but, like, I ultimately think, like, there's probably no greater joy on a kid's face than seeing, like, a bike or, like,
Yeah.
a big wheel or something at
Yeah.
Christmas, like, in their living room.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine so Cabbage Patch, it's interesting you said that because actually I also looked up what the most popular kids Christmas toy was by year, and from the years 1983 to 1985, which spans our birth years, it Cabbage Patch dolls were like the it thing that was like impossible to get. And I don't remember getting mine. However, my because I have older siblings, my grandma bought each kid a Cabbage Patch doll, and I remember her talking about how it was literally impossible to get, and she had to, like, maneuver to get these Cabbage Patch dolls. So,
Yeah.
it's interesting you said that. Mine was named Mona. She had dark hair and pigtails.
I don't remember the name of mine,
She was
but,
a gem.
I had like, a couple Cabbage Patch, but, um, there was, like, there was a Cabbage Patch doll that I got that was a crimp and curl Cabbage Patch,
Oh,
and that's how
yeah.
I learned
Mhm.
how to French braid and braid hair, was on that
Yeah.
Cabbage doll. So, I don't remember the names of them, but, I do remember getting, like, a baby doll but, I mean, more specifically, the Cabbage Patch.
Yeah. I have 2 that were, like, my favorite or most memorable Christmas gifts I got as a kid. Um, when I was 4, I got a play kitchen,
Mm.
and it was the first year my parents had a camcorder, so they recorded Christmas, and I don't know if I remember getting it or, like, that video is wildly famous because I refused to open my eyes because my brother and sister woke me up so early, and I was, like, 4, and I just, like, cried on the stairs and refused to open my eyes, but, like, that kitchen was legendary as, like, the gift of my childhood. And then this is gonna sound silly, and it's not like a specific well, there is one specific outfit, but because I had an older sister, I got a lot of hand-me-down clothes.
Mhm.
Um, so one year I got these striped jeans and, like, this white knit V-neck sweater that had a little fringe on it, and I was probably 12 maybe, and I thought I was, like, the bee's knees coolest girl in town. I thought that outfit was fly AF, and I remember it being, like, one of my favorite Christmas gifts was, like,
Yeah,
clothes because I loved it. I thought it was so cool.
that's awesome. Yeah, um, I think it was always fun to, like, run to the room wherever our Christmas tree was and see, like, all this magic in one room.
Yeah.
And then I think about,
Yeah.
like, all of the effort that, like, our parents put into it to make it so magical, like, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Since most of our friends that are listening are millennials like us, I do have the most popular Christmas toys by in the 90s because that's when most of us were like kids and yeah, we were in the 80s too, but we were young. So of the 90s, the ones that like we'll probably remember the most, 91 was a super soaker, which I remember getting super
Oh,
soakers for
yes.
Christmas. Yeah. 92 and 93, Home Alone made it very popular. Do you remember?
Was it a Walkman?
A Talk Boy.
Oh, a Talk Boy.
Yeah, where you could,
Okay.
like, record. Home Alone
Oh,
2
yes.
specifically, I think. A Talk
Okay.
Boy took it for 2 years. 94, I was never in this, but Power Rangers.
Yep.
95, Beanie Babies. Do you remember Beanie Babies?
If uh, I could go into the closet right here, and I could get a basket of my Beanie Babies. My mom still uses some of the seasonal Beanie Babies for her decor. Like, was a ghost one
Oh,
that
cute.
she sets out for Halloween, and at Easter, she sets out um like, the pastel colored rabbits for Easter. Like, she
Yeah.
still uses we had a, St. Patrick's Day one, a little bear, she sets it
Mhm.
out, she still uses it for decor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture
They
of
were the
all
hit
the babies that I have stashed away right here.
and we'll put it on the socials.
Yes.
96 was Tickle Me Elmo, which I
Mm.
very vividly remember Tickle Me Elmo being, like, the thing.
I still have mine. I may
Yeah,
have
I thought
no,
you
I think
did.
I gave it to, one of our friend's kids, but now that my son's at that age, she might have given it back. I'm not asking for it back if you're listening, um, but I remember giving it to her daughter because her daughter, like, loved it.
Yeah. 97 was Furby.
Never had one. Are those the ones that
I
have, like,
was
the beady plastic eyes? Oh, no,
Yeah,
no,
it was
no,
like
no,
a
no, no, no.
little thing, and it, like, talked and its eyes opened. I was in '97, I was a freshman in high school, and my grandma got me one, and, like, we loved Grandma Jackie so much, like, you couldn't tell her, like, "I'm not a kid," like, I don't really like it, so of course I kept it. That I hated it so badly. Like, we ended up throwing it I don't think we threw it away, but, like, we hid it because it would, like, randomly talk in, like, the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and it creeped us out, so we but I remember it being, like, all the rage.
Yes, I remember it being,
And then, of course,
all the rage.
all the rage, like, you couldn't find it anywhere. This was all pre-online shopping, kids.
Yeah.
So, like, you had to, like, order like, you had to go to a toy store. That's why Black Friday was so intense, is to
Mhm.
get these toys. 98 was Tamagotchi,
Yeah.
like, the little again, I was too old for it, but, like, the little things that, like, you fed it and stuff, right? Like, a little electronic thing, I think is what it was.
Yeah,
We were
that's
too old for
exactly what it
these.
was. You had to feed it, give it, a house, you had to do all these things. What's funny is I've seen something on, something that's circulating now that says those of us that grew up with a Tamagotchi, like, that now have Fitbits, like, we are the Tamagotchi, and our Fitbit is telling us, like, how to keep ourselves
Move.
alive. We have turned into the Tamagotchi.
Everything comes back around.
Mhm.
And then the final 1999 was Pokemon, like, the trading cards and stuff, which I remember my little cousins being really into. Um But I don't know, like, I was trying to think when I was reading the list nowadays if there are, like, toys of the seasons. I don't think there are anymore because everything is so accessible to get. Like, I don't know if there is, like, a toy that is the big thing every year anymore. There's probably
I
stuff
don't
that's
know
more
if
popular,
there's,
but
like, a specific toy, but I think there's, like, themes. So, like,
Mhm.
Paw Patrol's really big, but it could be Paw Patrol of anything, or
Right.
Gabby's Dollhouse,
Yeah.
or, like, right now, the K-pop Demon Hunters are really big, so I think it's,
Yeah.
like it's almost like it's a brand of things, but whatever toy you want,
Yeah.
and to your point, like, it's so easily accessible that there's not, like, one thing that everyone's going after.
Yeah. Reading the list of, like, the toys and, like, kind of being brought it just is so nostalgic to hear some of those things, which I think is, like, what makes Christmas so special is as we've gotten older, just how nostalgic things like a smell or a song or a food or a whatever toy, like, you just are super nostalgic, and it takes me back to the traditions we had when we were kids. And of course they change as you get older, but we Christmas was such a big deal in my family, specifically, I've mentioned my grandma 1,000 times this episode for a reason. Grandma Jackie, and Grandpa Pete, like, Grandma Jackie was obsessed with Christmas, and we always went there on Christmas Eve. We had a big dinner. You literally it was for a long time, it was just us 3 kids before my younger cousins came, which they're 7 years younger than me. So when, the 3 of us were very little, the presents would be stacked to almost the ceiling, and I will also post a picture to show that I'm not, like, exaggerating. She went all out, and it's not because, like, she had money or whatever, but she just, like there was no control when it came to Christmas, and she loved it so much.
Mhm.
So, like, just going to grandma and grandpa's on Christmas Eve out to their house is, like, what home is for me, is my favorite tradition, and what's so beautiful about it is now my brother owns their house, and him and his wife, so they host Christmas Eve now, and we still like, so I'm still going to the same house with the same
Mhm.
routine every Christmas Eve, and it's my favorite tradition. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then we would go back from grandma and grandpa's, we would open our presents from mom and dad. So, like, Christmas was always really Christmas Eve, and then Santa came Christmas morning, but that was it. We'd go to maybe breakfast at my great-grandparents', but, um, Christmas Eve is, like, my favorite family tradition. It's very nostalgic, and it's still happening, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. I think the
What
I
are
was
your traditions?
I was surprised by that list. There were 2 things that I was thinking that they would definitely be on that list, um, but I was surprised that they're not. And I guess I understand that these are the, top gifts, so these could have come in second, but I was surprised that, like, Barbie wasn't on there.
Yeah.
And then Pogs. Do you remember Pogs?
No.
Oh, they kind of went along with, like, the Pokemon thing, but I was
Oh,
surprised that those weren't on the
yeah.
list. But when I think about, like, Christmas tradition, Christmas Eve was always a big thing for us too, and ours used to, like, draw across 3 days growing up, so it was a party. So, on Christmas Eve, we would host at my parents' house, and it was, like, my dad's side of the family would come over, and then we would do Christmas gifts then, we'd have a big meal, then Christmas morning, we would open our stockings from Santa,
Mhm.
and then we would open those, and then we would drive to my grandmother's house, have a big meal, open gifts there, spend the night, and then when we would come home the day after Christmas, that's when we'd do Christmas with, like, my immediate family. So, it was a 3-day thing, um,
Yeah.
and so I always think about that. So, like, Christmas Eve is a big deal. Um, some of my other traditions have changed as I've, like, started my own family and we're starting our own tradition, but it's like I feel like I can't give up that Christmas Eve, like, it
Yeah.
is a big thing, so I
Yeah.
love the holidays coming
When
up.
we Yeah, when we were down last Christmas due to a surgery I had, we weren't able to go to Ohio, and it really Christmas Eve, I was really, really sad because I wasn't there. Like, it just is nostalgic, and I think that's what I love Christmas. The reasons I love Christmas have changed pretty dramatically on how I feel about Christmas. I don't know if it's because I'm in my 40s and, like, that midlife reflection or, growth that we have. I don't know, it's because I lost my mom and now, like, it hits a little different. Like, I don't know what changed in me with Christmas, but, I do love Christmas so much, and I think time spent with people is what I love the most. Of course, I like to get a couple great gifts from my husband because he's an incredible, gift giver, but in real talk, it's so heartwarming to just have trees up, it's cozy, have a cocktail, have some incredible food, have Christmas music going. It just makes me happy. It's just like plain, genuine, authentic happiness. Um, it is a little bittersweet now and probably will be for the rest of my life without my mom. I think that changes a person, especially when you don't have your own kids to like make new Drew and I have
Mhm.
our own traditions too, but um I always like today both of us are all decked out in our Christmas gear and like this is her brooch. She always had like big gaudy earrings. These are the tamest of the big gaudy earrings my mom always wore. And it's just fun to keep that alive
Mhm.
through her. So when I wear like have this little brooch on or my earrings and when I go home I'll like wear her bigger. She has these like gold presents that were cheapos that are actually really stained and I'll wear those. It just because time is so limited, it's like I just want to spend time with the people I love the most, and that's what Christmas means. It's just super nostalgic and, has changed a lot as I've gotten older.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like
What
that's a
about you?
common thing that we've been talking about on here is, like, The holiday, the seasonality of things, getting together with people, all of that is great if you are finding joy with those people. So, again, like, it is fun to carry on traditions that you've had your whole life, but it's also important to create your own because we can't live in this world where, like, the same traditions are being replicated each year, but I think it's important to, like, start your own and, like, have your own spin on it because you don't know what's gonna happen. I think the first couple years, it's hard to switch it up. We've changed our Christmas plans around, um, so that, like, my husband and I and now that and now our son can have our own Christmas day,
Mhm.
but that doesn't mean, like, we're excluding people. It's just, like, for me, as I get older, I'm like, "Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Anybody is welcome to join, but, like, this is what I'm doing, and the invite's open," and I think that's what's important is, like, make sure that what you're doing is what you wanna do, it's with the people that you want, and if you can get out of things that feels like an obligation, then I absolutely think you should.
Yeah. And just as much as my Christmas has changed the last couple years with, like, a loss of my mom and the loss of being a parent, not that will never happen for me now. Like, yours have changed too in a really incredible positive way, right? Like, you have this beautiful child who's at a fun age right now, and it's so cool that you get to experience, like, Christmas with him, and I just think you're gonna have the best year.
Yeah,
He's gonna be so fun.
I know. It is gonna be so
He was
fun.
drumming on presents already.
He was.
S Yeah. So, friends, like, Merry Christmas. We love you so much. Um, whatever Christmas means to you. If you struggle, you are not the only ones. As much as I'm talking about loving it, like, there is a part of me that dreads it because of a lot of different reasons. Both can exist at the same time. You can love it, you can be in a holiday spirit and festive, and then you can have a moment of, like, "This is awful." That's okay. Unfortunately, like, suicides and domestic violence and stuff skyrocket through the holidays, so if you are struggling and somehow you're listening to us, please know that we're here and, like, reach out for help. But in just everyday life, even if you're not in any extremes, if you are just having a moment of unexpected happiness, maybe you're going through a really hard time in your life and then you feel a lot of joy around the holidays, like, lean into that. You don't
Mhm.
have to always be sad in sad situations. You don't always have to be happy in happy situations. Let yourself feel and find little ways that, like, bring back the magic of Christmas because Christmas is magic. I don't know why, but it is. And I love that magic. I love creating that magic. I love living in that magic. And I just hope everybody has, like, the most amazing holiday week. Um, and we listen to the prior episode if it's not going to be amazing and you need some low key insults because we got you covered there too.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks for sipping. Sip responsibly. And Sarah, I think we should go out in a song. What do you want to sing? What Christmas song?
Well, don't make me bust out a song, but I'm here for it.
Name one. Let's go.
And let's just go with the classic Jingle Bells.
Jingle bells,
You went with, like, Jingle
jingle
Bell Rock.
bells, jingle. I did. I was like, "That's not it. That's not the right song."
And
Dashing through
folks,
the
now you know what's in
snow
our cups.
in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing bells on bobtails ring. Bobtails? Why do they put bells on and what is a bobtail? Those aren't the words.
Yeah, isn't that like
Haley. Haley Kamikimaka. What are the bobtails?
is a bobtail what's on a like a reindeer?
Why would you put bells on their tails? They're bobtail. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever holiday you celebrate. Cheers, sippers.
Cheers.